when you take that plug out, this thing is going to gush oil out.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to catch it. He's got it warmed up, so you'll see what I mean when you get the plug out. So if you want to try to remove the plug, or just get it loose, and then we'll take it out by hand. Sometimes it's super hard. Ugh. I'll grunt for you. No, you're going the right way. Yeah. It's not done it yet. Let's break it loose here. Oh. Man, Bob, who put this plug on?
You want me to check?
There we go. Doesn't have to be that tight. Okay. Here it comes. Oh, that wasn't too bad.
Oh, I see.
So this will probably drain for probably a good 5 minutes or more. So what we want to do is check the drain plug and the rubber gasket to make sure it's in good shape.
Okay.
Because if the gasket's bad,
Oh,
you got to change it or it'll leak and then you go back together. So. And then once it drains a little bit, I'm going to loosen the oil filter, and oil will kind of be draining out of that too. And we take the filter off and let it drain, because it'll drain oil for quite a while too, for another 5 or 10 minutes. There's an O-ring seal on the drain plug that you have to make sure is in good shape. If it's broken, cracked, or something like that, you should replace it. This one looks like it's in good shape. So, and then on the new oil filter, we haven't changed that yet, but you want to run a film of oil around the O-ring. I can just do that real quick. Just put a little on your finger and oil this real good. Because if you don't oil that, it'll stick when next time you go to change the filter. It'll be more difficult to. So you always want to put a little film of oil around the O-ring. That's always a good idea. So when you go to put it on, you screw it on by hand.
yeah.
And you tighten it up.
When it's hard to take it out.
Yeah, when it's been on there for a while, it'll stick. So you use this to help give you some leverage. Kind of grab it like that. Ooh, that wasn't very tight. Ooh, that's not good. Yeah, just kind of loosen it until it starts to drip. Okay, you're gonna a little more. Because I just want to let that drip a little bit before we actually remove it, because it's going to make a mess. Let me see it here. Okay, there it is. Yeah.
This is what you said.
Yeah, it's going to make a mess.
Yeah.
I don't want to get his driveway too dirty. And then you always check and make sure the old gasket. Oh, see this one?
Yeah.
The gasket's still there.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, you see that?
Yeah.
If you put that new filter on with this on there,
Yeah.
it's going to leak.
Oh, really?
So you got to make sure that the old gasket comes off with the filter,
Oh, okay.
because it'll make for a bad day.
Oh.
So we're going to let all that drip for a while.
We're gonna change the gasket too?
Well, the new one has a gasket on it.
Oh, okay.
The new one has a gasket. Yeah. Yeah. But you you always want to make sure that the old gasket doesn't stick to that, because
Okay.
if you have two gaskets on there, they're going to leak.
Oh, I see.
So that's real important to make sure the old gasket comes off. Otherwise, it's going to leak all the oil out and cause problems. So we're just going to let that drip for a while. What we'll do is we'll put the drain plug back in. It's pretty much drained most of the fluid. So you get it snug, and then just maybe another 1/16 of a turn or better, just nice and tight, but not too tight. Wipe off all the residue. And then over here, you want to wipe the surface that the gasket seals to. Make sure there's no dirt and debris on that. I don't know if the camera can show that or not. And then, can you hand me the oil filter right there? Oops, there it is. Screw this on.
I think you.
No, just there it goes. Just spin this on. You get it snug, and then maybe another quarter turn or better. That should be good and tight. And that's about everything we got to do from underneath here. Just maybe clean off any oil residue or anything. The wind's blowing, so it got a little bit on the trailing arm there. And that's pretty much all we got to do from underneath. You want to pour that very carefully. Cool. Perfect.
Half.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's half.
Let's see where we're at. So we got to go to right here.
Right here.
So it looks like you got to do like one more quart.
Okay.
Or let me turn this around. Okay.
Sometimes it's hard to see.
Yeah.
So it's not a white gallon.
That's
Okay.
That's perfect.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Put this back on.
Okay.
Mommy?
I've got to do it with the engine off. I'm just going to let it run for a little bit. Looks like it might be a little bit low. It's right at the minimum. And then the coolant, yeah, is over here. It looks like it might be a little bit low. I don't know if he's got any coolant. See, it has a minimum and a maximum, and it looks like it might be a little low. We'll have to ask Bob if he's got any coolant to add to it. So, but go ahead and pull that out and pull that dipstick out of there.
It's very long.
Yeah, it's long. And then clean the tip of it off there. It has a, let's see here. It has a minimum and then a maximum, as long as the level is in between those two in the crosshatched area. So you have to go ahead and put it back in there, and then pull it back out, and it should leave a mark of what the level is. We're on level ground. Yeah. You always want to make sure you're on level ground to okay. So it's right in the middle of the crosshatch, which is good. Okay.
Something it's not focusing.
Okay.
There we go.
Right.
Perfect.
Probably if we let it set a little longer, it would read a little higher. But that's within the safe range. So as long as it's within that safe range, you're good. So that's pretty much. You can go ahead and put that back in. Ask Bob if she has any coolant. But this is the coolant radiator cap, and then let's see, where's the washer fluid for the windshield is right here, that you can add washer fluid in for the windshield washer. And then this back here is for the brake fluid. That's for the brakes. And you want to look at the battery cables to see if there's any corrosion. These look pretty good. This has two batteries. There's one here and one over there. And the other battery's right here. Check the cables. They look pretty good. And then the air filter is right here. It's got a, let me see.
Hey, we're not going to change the
No.
filter?
This has a washable air filter, and it's dirty. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah, it might be
It's
dirty.
got
So
bugs in it.
yes,
Yeah, you can see
sometimes
there's.
you can check on it and then see it's
Yeah.
dirty, and then you can
But
clean it up.
this one is a cleanable kind.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll ask Bob if he. I don't know how this comes off of it. I better not mess with it. I might break it. But yeah, the air filter should be cleaned. Oh, you can see right through here if you want to
Yeah.
show the camera.
Yeah, you see.
There's all kinds
Oh,
of
yeah, there we
bugs and hay, and
Yep.
so yeah, that should be clean. But that's about it. That's
Great.
pretty much the whole process.